Peace and blessings, power people. You are listening to Thema Aziz Serwa. If this is your first time listening to me live, I would like to invite you to Google me. All you gotta do is type in either my name, Thema Aziz Serwa, as you see on the screen, or the womb sauna, the womb, WOMB. Sauna, SAUNA, and you will see the receipts of my work and my impact. Let that be your introduction to my energy, because honestly, I believe in the principle that you will know people by their fruit. Go see what the internet is saying about Thema Aziz Serwa. Welcome to this live stream. I am going to do some educating, and this conversation will be an opportunity for you to really free up, gain some relief, or what my grandmama used to call some deliverance, because it's been a little bit heavy for people that I've been serving and I've been around. I've been hearing the conversations about what has changed in my money flow. And most of the women that I empower and serve are leaders. They are empowerers. They are in the industry of women's empowerment. They facilitate programs, services, product lines, and things that will help people be able to free up, but yet they feel chained right now. And I want to call out that chain, and I want to assist in breaking it. We're going to name it. So before I get into this conversation, I am going to invoke the power of God to use this live stream to be exactly what you need. So I want to know who's here. Put your name and what area you're in the comments. Let me know if you are here live in real time or if you're catching the replay. Put it in the comments. Put your name. Greet me. Hey, I see you. I see you hopping on. I'm so glad that you're here live in real time. We're actually streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now. Those are my preferred platforms. If you ever want to know what's popping in the womb sauna, what's going on in Thema's world, all you have to do is become a member of my Facebook group, Let the Womb Be Heard. Let the Womb. We have over 2,000 women. Yeah, over 2,000 members in that group, and it is sacred virtual space. I see you hopping on. Welcome, greetings to each of you that are here live. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for putting your name and what area you're in. We have a global footprint. I want to see who's here and where you are listening from. So like I was saying, you are welcome to join our Facebook group, Let the Womb Be Heard, and really just plug in, tap in, tune in, and resource my ashe, my power, my energy, my wisdom, and the power, energy, and love that is held in that space for you by over 2,000 women whenever you need it. Don't just come into the group to watch and be a monitoring spirit, because I rebuke monitoring spirits. If you want to see, you need to be seen. That's just my principle around it. If you want to see, you should be seen. Reciprocity governs every community that I create. And so I just want you to be clear that being in Let the Womb Be Heard, our Facebook community, is an opportunity to actually vet and qualify your own ability to integrate with spaces designed for your well-being and the well-being of others. So yes, if you want to stay current, you can go into the group. If you're not a big Facebook person, because Facebook has become a little trifling, I get it. It can function like a bad boyfriend sometimes. You can join my email list at thewombsauna.com. thewombsauna.com. Greetings, welcome everyone. I see that you are hopping on and you are joining live. Please state your name and what area you are viewing from, whether you are here live in real time or you are catching the replay. I just want to bond with you. I want to get to know you the same way you want to get to know me, right? So let's converse. Let's greet each other. Welcome. You can join my email list at thewombsauna.com, and that too will keep you current on our upcoming offerings. We have events, we have programs, we have services, and we have products. Everything that a woman needs to be healed, whole, and healthy and happy, a woman can find at the Womb Sauna. My empire is consecrated, dedicated to spirit, to serve the women and to serve them in excellence and to help them heal everything. So we are at the 5-minute mark. It's time for me to get into this conversation and get into this teaching with you all. Put shame in the comments. Put the word shame, shame. I told you at the beginning that there's a chain that has been tightening around the hearts of women leaders who are trying to do good work in the world. And I told you earlier that I would name that chain because my intention is to break it. My intention is to break it. Put shame in the chat. Put shame in the chat. Yeah. It's not enough to be successful when your success comes with responsibilities you're not prepared for. And when you're a marketplace woman, the only way to learn how to do business is to do business. You could read all the books you want. You can download all the ebooks you want. You can go through all the coaching programs you want. You can do all these things. You can do all these things. But the outcomes in your business are a direct reflection of your self-concept. And so let me pray and open up the way for this conversation and for some relief for my sisters. Holy ones, I come. I surrender my voice, my opinion, my perspective to divine intelligence, to a wisdom that is greater than what I have obtained. And I am asking you to use this live stream to speak and to help, to answer unanswered questions, to resolve what shame has disrupted, and to give the listeners true peace. The kind of peace that surpasses our own understanding, the kind of peace that is transferable, the kind of clarity that will permeate and become contagious. And so that when every woman listening leaves this conversation, they're able to take what they gained here and offer it to someone else who needs relief. That's my intention. That's my prayer. And I thank you because when I come serving your power, your wisdom to the people, I'm never disappointed and I'm never denied the request of being used by you to do good in the world and on this beautiful internet. Let's get into it. Shame, shame, shame. Well, what invokes shame, right? Really, my answer to that is ignorance. When you don't know what you don't know, but you're a great one, put I'm a great one in the chat. I am a great one. When you don't know what you don't know, but yet the public, the marketplace has given you the responsibility of guiding, leading, shining, because your light is so bright. You didn't even sign up to be nobody's teacher, leader, mentor, coach. But because of the gifts that God has given you, because of the love that is on you, because of your light, because of how bright you shine, people pedestalize you. People seek you out. People want to know what you know and how you got where you are. And, oh, you're a great one. Put I'm a great one in the chat. I'm a great one. Yeah. And to whom much is given, much is required. So when you are great, you feel the weight of the responsibility of being a leader, of being a teacher, of being one who is positioned to influence, whether you want to or not. You feel that pressure. So you get that first layer of success where you're able to break through some things in your own life. Oh my God, I got the LLC paperwork done. I got the EIN. I got all these things in place. I got all these things in order. And now, I don't finish the website. I got that going. And I got past my fears and my initial thought that I may not be good enough and there may be no value here, but I found the courage to actually step out and be seen and be interacting in the marketplace. Oh my God, I got my first few sales. Now I'm actually transacting and I'm making money and things are starting to flow. And right, you got some momentum. Put momentum in the chat. I have momentum. I want to take you back to that moment where you had that first failure, though, when you realized I ain't know enough. I remember when I first started my company, which was 13 years ago, it sounded like, oh, I got a business now. I'm running transactions, but I ain't charging tax. And who gonna pay the tax? When it's tax time, I realized, oh, because I ain't charged taxes, I wasn't, I didn't know what I didn't know. Now somebody, got to recoup those funds. I got to figure out how my business can pay this when I didn't create an accurate pricing model, right? That's real. And you'll have these different scenarios as you try to fulfill your destiny and just be who you are and allow being your true, authentic self to take care of your life financially. I promise you that you will have moments where you will recognize, I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know enough. You'll even have moments where you'll recognize that I didn't apply the knowledge that I had. That maybe some of my trauma, some of my stuck energy kept me from really just applying the knowledge that I already knew. I knew I should have did that a certain way. I got the hit in my spirit, but ignored it. I ignored my discernment. But there's a tool I want to introduce you to. And I'm going to say this up front because I can give you some relief in this conversation, but there's a deeper process that's needed for you to really clear this energy out. And I wouldn't even bring this conversation to you if I didn't already have a container that you can sit down and really work through what's happening with your money flow. What is happening? If that's your question, just put an exclamation mark in the chat. I just want to get a pulse. I'm trying to see something. Is that the question? Like, what's really going on with my financial health? When I birthed the womb sauna and I started introducing women to my core philosophy, which is that womb work is life transformational work. When a woman connects to her womb, the womb of her mind, the womb of her body, and the womb of her spirit, and begins her journey of healing everything from that core sacred seat of creative power, her whole life changes. This is why the conversation for me extends far beyond the health benefits of a yoni steam. That's just one layer of a womb sauna experience. When you contract my company to witness what you're trying to get done with your life, it hits every area, your finances, your emotions, your sexual health, all of it gets pulled to the forefront for you to begin your journey of mastering yourself so that you can master your life. So after this live stream, underneath, you're going to see an opportunity to register for a 7-day money flow reset. And I'm going to introduce you to one of the tools that I use to create wealth. My superpower in this season is surrender and trust and flow. And there is an ancient Hawaiian prayer practice that I'm going to teach you and sit with you with for 7 days. It's called Ho'oponopono. And you will be able to see how forgiveness, surrender, reconciliation allows your money to get back into flow. Okay? So when you catch these live streams, know it's going to give you a dash, a nudge of what you need to reset, but there's more. And one of the signals that you're truly ready for abundance is that when you see doors fly open, you run through them, you don't stall. That's when you really know you're ready. When you're really ready, you just move. And I can't promise you that every movement has a clear destination right away, but sometimes the gold that you're looking for is in each step. This 7-day money flow reset is one of those steps. It's only a $47 investment. Go to thewombsauna.com/events and lock in. Make the commitment to come and sit down for 7 days and receive and experience and figure out the blueprint on how to start resetting your money flow through the vibrations of forgiveness, trust, reconciliation, and healing. It's going to be very powerful. So I'm saying that to you up front so that you can lock that in, because even though we're going to snap a chain in this conversation, you need to understand when it comes to money and your relationship with money, that sits in your subconscious mind, and that's deeper level programming, which is why you need to come to class. Come sit with me for 7 days. So let me give you some context about this tool that I love, right? Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness, or what it translates to is to make right or to correct. And the whole premise is that your life belongs to you. Put that in the chat. My life belongs to me. In this spiritual practice, you take full responsibility for your life, and there is a prayer that we recite that allows you to do that. And it says, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose. These words, language is so powerful. There's life and death in your mouth. These words clear negative emotions, and they will promote a certain frequency. God, let the people feel your frequency. Let them match and align and agree with you quickly, God. Let them feel the relief. I want you to repeat after me. Say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. The core idea of this prayer, y'all, is that you're responsible for everything. So by saying these words, you're reclaiming that responsibility. You're taking ownership through this prayer. And by doing so, it creates a path for your emotional well-being. It helps you reduce the stress because you don't feel powerless, right? And so focus and intention is important. A lot of people do this like in their relationships, the Ho'oponopono prayer, they'll do it in relationships and different. I'm specifically using this prayer practice to help you repair your relationship with your money. Okay. I'm targeting it because I want to teach you something about your power, about how focus will transform your life, and how what you focus on the most is what gets magnified in your experience. I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm giving you a tool so you can start clearing some of this shame you've been holding. So not only are we going to reinforce that you're sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I want to, in this live stream, zoom in on the feeling of shame. Oh, how did I I'm the woman that can manifest six figures in one day. I've seen myself make millions of dollars and I can't even find $600. I can't even find, I want to take Tama's 1 year self-development program. I can't even find $3,500 to go ahead and take care of that. I'm behind on bills. I'm tired of having to have conversations with my bill collectors about why I'm not able to make my payment on time. I'm tired of seeing late fee notifications. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. And underneath all of that is shame brewing. Shame is brewing. Like, okay, so we're sitting out this vibration of self-judgment and not feeling good about ourselves. And the body begins to think we must have done something wrong. So now all of a sudden your neck is tight and your lower back is aching and you're feeling the tension and your jaw is locking up and your hormones are getting dysregulated because the cortisol is pumping and it's out of control. And all of a sudden it's now affecting your estrogen levels. And women, we know what happens when our estrogen levels fluctuate, right? And now all of a sudden I got this brain fog. And even when the strategies and ideas come to me, I'm not able to really implement anything because my capacity has been consumed by shame, because shame takes up a lot of space. But guess what? So does joy. And although you are not able to control every single detail of what shows up at your door and knocks for your attention, you do absolutely get to decide what you will open the door to. You get to decide what you're going to answer. You do not have to respond to the invitation to shame yourself. You don't. You can ignore that knock. And listen, you may have done some things wrong. You may have made agreements and signed contracts and said you was going to do this and do that and you was going to pay this off by this day. Yeah, and you may have failed. You may have failed at keeping your word. That's a real experience, even for the great ones. You may have failed at keeping your word, but does that disqualify you for being a child of God and being blessed and being able to experience restoration? Once you release the shame, you can restore your true identity, which, let me give it to you in case you don't know, abundance is your birthright. You were born with a bag. Straight up out of the universal bank, straight up out of God's throne room resources. If you need proof that it is your birthright to have what you need, all you got to do right now is breathe. Take a deep, intentional breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. You are breathing, whether you're awake or asleep, and nobody has to tell you how to do that. There is a power inside of you. There is something called life force, chi, energy. God is in that breath. You have the breath of life. It is evidence that you're worthy. And so as you fully accept your significance in life, you begin to counter the shame. You wake up and you say, the day isn't happening to me, but I am happening to the day. Thema Aziz said, well, I woke up this morning. When I put my feet on the ground, it's going to mean something. The earth is going to know that I'm awake. When I step outside my house, when I step outside my vehicle, when I go to my destination, I'm not going to act like I'm insignificant because of the shame. I'm not going to answer the knock and the invitation to shame myself just because I am fully divine and human, and I'm learning how to integrate and be both at the same damn time. I'm going to rise. I'm going to release. I want to figure out what needs to be restored, and I'm going to give myself permission to restore it. I'm not going to ignore the mail and the letters telling me what I owe. I'm not going to act like I don't need to check my credit score. I'm not going to act like I don't need to do anything about my situation, but I'm not going to be governed by my anxiety and my fear and my shame. I'm going to properly place these emotions. I'm going to practice some emotional discipline, and I'm going to deliver myself because I know how to activate certain principles to set myself free. And in this moment, I can look at my money and I can look at what I've done with it. And I can say and affirm, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. If I had known to use you differently, I would have. If I had known that if I had been more financially literate, I couldn't do what I didn't even have an awareness of, what I didn't even have education about. But in this moment, I'm reclaiming my power. So I'm just going to lift my hands. I'm going to affirm, I'm sorry, money. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I want to restore a better relationship. Let's rebirth our relationship in this live stream, money. I want to call in some joy, some love, and I want to restore my true identity, knowing that I'm a wealthy woman, even when I don't see it materialized yet. I understand that things often happen in the quantum realm before they manifest in the physical realm. And because God has given me some spiritual authority over my life, and I have chosen to receive it, I have chosen to sit in my high seat as the key decision maker of my life. I have chosen to embrace and embody my power. I'm going to practice it. I want to practice releasing the invitation to. I'm not saying that you won't feel shame. I'm saying you don't have to function in it. You get to choose what you do next. Oh, but Thema, I've accumulated so much debt. So what? So has the majority of billionaires on the planet. Matter of fact, financial wisdom tells you there's an advantage to having a certain amount of debt. There is. To knowing how to leverage that. But how can you learn that sitting in the corner whooping on yourself because you feel so ashamed about your ignorance and what you didn't know? That's not the solution, my love. It's just not. You either are going to have to ignore the invitation to respond to your affairs of your life in that way, or not, or sit down in feelings of defeat and program your life to obey shame. But there is another way. You can program your life to obey faith. You can program your life to obey power. You have options. Just because life gets hard doesn't mean you have to respond as if you're weak. You can still have adversity, and it's okay to be strong while you have it. It's okay to say, yup, looking at my debt to income ratio and it look like trash. And say, but I can take what I have created in my life and turn it into a new creation. I don't have to bow to the adversity. My definition of adversity is it is an opportunity to practice my power. I get to take what I'm given and turn it into gold. Don't you know that's the signature of a woman? That's the signature of the womb. That's the signature of the Holy Mother. I get to take what I'm given and transmute it and turn it into something valuable. I get to take what looks like an invaluable net worth and turn it into a valuable, extraordinary net worth. I get to wake up and decide if I'm regular or not. I get to wake up and decide if I'm ordinary or extraordinary. I get to choose. And it is in the choosing that the healing takes place, because healing starts with a decision, not a feeling. So in order for me to break this chain of shame that's been wrapped around your neck, that's been showing up in your shoulders and your back, that's been showing up in your PMS and your heavy, irregular, violent cycles, it's because you are at war with yourself, because you hold a toxic expectation of what you should be able to do as a human. You give yourself no grace, but plead for God's. But there is value in learning how to be gentle with yourself, how to accept and allow and force nothing, and move one key decision at a time, one foot in front of the next. Yes, you ruined your credit. Yes, you've ran out of money. You've committed to too many things financially, but you can still stand up. You can still find your way through, but it's not going to be through avoidance. You're not going to be able to bob and weave and pray and say, oh God, give me another great miracle and deliver me from this. We are in a different dispensation of time. We are entering the age of Aquarius, where the truth is going to knock you upside your head, whether you are ready to face it or not. Everything in nature and everything in the world is being forced to reckon with our choices and master the art of replacing the bad choices with better choices. That's the opportunity. That's how we begin to clear the shame. That's how we move forward. Contrary energy would have you believe that you've made too many mistakes, that you've accumulated too much debt, that you've made too many bad financial decisions. But this is why I'm offering you this tool. This is why I'm offering you this prayer. Take another deep breath and say it with me. I'm sorry. Say it to the part of you that we're going to name shame, to shameful you. I know why you feel the way you feel, shame. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am your mother now. I'm your father now. Anything that you need, this part of me I'm talking to, I'm teaching you how to reparent yourself now. I'm talking to the part of me that holds so much guilt and shame because I'm seeing the impact of my ignorance and not knowing to do better and be better, not knowing how to activate more financial strategies. And I'm seeing that it's taking a toll. I've had to borrow money from people and haven't always been able to pay it back. And there's debts and stuff that I wasn't able to clear. But you get to sit with that part of you and love her and hold her and say, shh, wisdom is coming. I got you. I'm going to learn what I didn't know. I'm going to implement that knowledge, and we're going to come out of this space. It might take some time, but while we're here, I'm going to hold you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to say you don't have permission to exist. I'm going to integrate my light and my shadows, and I'm going to let God work. And I'm going to let God work in me. And from the inside out, I'm going to transform my financial situation, and the money's going to flow because the frequency has changed. Because all money is God in circulation. Everything is energy. It is vibrational. The only difference between the person that's in the hood and the one that made it out is what they believe is possible for themselves. I am going to restore the correct self-concept. You need to see yourself the way God sees you. And God has every intention of blessing you with more than enough. And I don't care what financial mistakes you have made in your past. If you can believe that, you can transform any situation because the power will turn on. And that's my intention in this live stream with you, to click that power switch on. So one more time, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I want you to learn how to use this tool fully and really clear out the patterns of shame. And so again, I invite you into the 7-day money flow reset with me. It's going to change your life. If just this 30 minutes of talking with me has stirred something up in you, that usually means that you are compatible with the way I express my gifts and my wisdom and what God has placed inside of me, my anointing. And if we're compatible, then let me hold the space for you, because what my gift is to activate the power in women and help them transform their lives. And I've been doing it for a long time. I could literally do it in my sleep. Literally, I've had clients say, Thema, you came to me in my dreams and broke something off of me. There is a depth and an opportunity to really change generational patterns of financial struggle in your bloodline through coming into this work with me. Is that worth $47? The investment, yeah. For what for what it can transform you. Imagine, like, I come in 7 days, not 7 years, not 7 months. In 7 days, I make space on my calendar to focus my mind, my body, and my spirit on resetting my money flow. I've tried sitting on the phone and venting with people for hours. I've tried taking loans out and with high interest rates. I've tried all these other things, but maybe it's a little bit deeper. Maybe the blockage to my money flow is rooted deeper, and I got to really do some soul level work. Maybe I really am not looking at my identity correctly. And if God was to drop the bag on my head while I don't see myself correctly, what would be the incentive for me to do the work to see myself correctly? Maybe I got too much shame built up in my energy field. And so that even though my words say that I trust and I have faith, the vibration, the energy that I emit into the universe is pinging scarcity. Right? So I got to learn some tools and skills to be able to reprogram my transmissions, because prayers are transmissions. So I got to learn, and there's an opportunity for me to take some time out and really learn what to do with myself. You get to choose what happens next. What happens next in your life and in your finances is a direct reflection of your thoughts, your choices, and your actions. I am creating a container to help you sit down and really process and master some things with yourself as it relates to your flow of money. And I cannot wait to see you in class. So again, go to thewombsauna.com/events. I'm specifically looking for students who have been wrestling with themselves and feeling defeated financially, and the shame has been building, the self-judgment has been building, and you're really trying to clear this energy, but you just need some support and help with it. I am looking for you, and I am summoning you to class. Come, let's do what needs to be done. Let me show you how easy it is to be abundant. Let's correct your work ethic, right? Let's look at what needs to change. Because if your life needs to change, guess what, my love? You go first. You go first. And then what follows is your breakthrough, because you actually learn how to break yourself through. So I can't wait to see you in class. The link with all of the details is thewombsauna.com/events. You can also subscribe to our event calendar on our website. So every time we launch something new and post it on that link, you get a notification. Also join my email list, because there are certain changes I'm making in my visibility. And there are certain things that's going to be only available to my email subscribers. So if you want the fullness of Thema Aziz Sewa in your life and in your healing journey, then you need to go ahead and make sure you're on my email list, okay? Because there are things that I love to gift and give to my subscribers for your yes, for being in my database. All right. Thank you, God, for giving us this moment to be able to just reconsider what we do next. And thank you for creating a space for us to consciously choose the next moment. And I hope that at the end of this conversation, y'all are choosing your power. Put in the chat, I choose my power, if that's your decision. I choose my power. And for those of you who have already signed up for the 7-day money flow reset, put I signed up in the chat. Say, Thema, I locked in my spot because you are talking directly to me. And I have exhausted myself trying to do all these other things. And I realized after this conversation, I need to go a little bit deeper and handle my finances at this soul level in the quantum realm. Right? Good, good. I see some of y'all said I'm signed up. It's only for $47, and you can get me for 7 days. And I'm gifting a free ebook of the specific Ho'oponopono prayers that I've created for this experience. You're gonna get that for free too. It's yeah. So now that I see some of y'all have locked in, I want you to invite 3 other women that you know have been complaining about their flow of money, facing some challenges with it. Get them signed up as well. Say, sis, listen to this live stream. This is going to help you clear some energy just by listening to the live stream, but also this class. Let's do it together. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's get in here and have this experience, right? Let's get in here and have this experience together and make those positive memories. That's the advantage of having a tribe. Tribe life is real. It's an advantage. So go ahead and get yourself registered. Invite 3 other women. Now that you've locked in, I see some of you commenting and saying, I signed up, I'm locked in. Good. Now that you're locked in, go ahead and find 3 other women. Say, sis, for $47, I'm going to need us to get in here and clear and reset our money flow. And the thing about moving collectively, and the reason why tribe life is an advantage, is because you're not just resourcing your own ashe, your own energy, you're actually harnessing collective energy with a focused intention. So we're all going to come into this experience and reset our money flow. We're going to borrow each other's power and energy to do that. There's a scripture that says, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in his name, he'll be in the midst of them. This is a real principle. It's a universal law. It's called the law of one. And when you're able to bring other people into an experience with you, and everybody's coming in with the same mindset, the same intention, the same energy, it's explosive in the ethers. You can literally transform your life in a day. You don't have to wait years. You could get done in 7 days what grandma and great grandma and great auntie wasn't able to get done in their lifetime if you would learn how to focus and master the art of precision and alchemy. And these are the things that I teach and model and create opportunities for you to master. So I can't wait to see you in class. I'm so excited. Thank you for your time. Reshare this, like, comment. You are welcome to tag me in the comments on what you heard in this conversation today that really, really struck a chord with you, and what you need. And I'm excited to see those of you who've registered in class. I cannot wait. Peace.